You get to make a choice. Is failure going to break you, or is failure going to make you? You get to decide. Failure doesn't. We all fail. We just didn't stay down.
Failure teaches you. It gives you an understanding that you got to continue to work, and you got to continue to thrive on it, and walk in it, and run in it, and roll in it. Whatever it is you got to do, as long as you're proceeding to go forward, moving in it, getting where you need to be in your life, not feel accomplished. We're not here to feel anything. We're here to go through it. We're here to learn from it. And sometimes you got to fail. That's how you will succeed. Wanting is always something that is going through our minds. You hear it all the time. I want. I want. I want. When are you going to realize that you need it? Learn, build, and be strong. Strength doesn't come overnight. Power doesn't come overnight. Attitude is what we need. And your attitude will determine the outcome. So failure is good. Learn from it, build on it.
It's not in falling that makes us failures. It's in not getting up that makes us failures. And you get to decide if you get up or you don't get up.
Some of the most successful people in the world are the ones who've had the most failures. J.K. Rowling, who wrote Harry Potter. Her first Harry Potter book was rejected 12 times before it was finally published. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. He lost hundreds of games and missed thousands of shots during his career. But he once said, I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed. These people succeeded because they understood that you can't let your failures define you. You have to let your failures teach you. You have to let them show you what to do differently the next time.
You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There's no doubt about it. I was a 1.8 GPA one semester, and the university very politely suggested that it might be better to take some time off. I was 20 years old. I was at my lowest point. But here's the thing. I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. But I continued to fail, and fail. But it didn't matter, because you know what? There's an old saying, you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're gonna get a haircut. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break. Last year, I did a play called Fences on Broadway. It was at the same theater that I failed that first audition 30 years prior. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Because the 1,001st was the light bulb. Fall forward. Sometimes it's the best way to figure out where you're going. Never be discouraged. Never hold back. Give everything you got. And when you fall throughout life, remember this. Fall forward.
Well, let me tell you something. Don't be afraid of failing, because there's nothing wrong with failing. You have to fail in order to climb that ladder. There's no one that doesn't fail. Michael Jordan said in one of his interviews, when they said, you're unbelievable, you're the greatest basketball player of all times. I mean, tell me about that. And he says, well, you just mentioned the successes. But he says, for me to become the greatest basketball player, I missed 9,000 shots when I was playing basketball at the NBA games. So during these games that he was so successful, he missed 9,000 shots. Does it make him a failure? No. He's one of the greatest basketball players of all times, but he failed 9,000 times. You get it? We all fail. It's okay.
Sometimes it's good to fail. It's okay to be in that position where you feel like maybe this is not the day for me to be great. Your greatness is already within you. You're already where you need to be. But sometimes you're going to have to realize that you're going to have to fail. Do you realize how boring a person can be if they're so good at everything that they touch? Do you realize everybody starts to see you to becoming a predictable individual? A lot of people are always saying, I never fail, I don't want to fail, I feel bad when I fail at something. You are not supposed to be good at everything. How many times you've been in a position where you say, I want to feel accomplished? You don't need to feel accomplished. You need to work and earn your accomplishment. If you fail and keep on failing, fail some more. Keep on failing, fail a little bit more. People are always looking around like, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't need to do that. A lot of people right now in this world, they rather feel like they accomplished something rather than just fail and learning from it. Do you really believe that failure is the enemy? Failure is definitely a teaching tool in life. We need to fail. Now, if you're the type of person that feels that you got to be the best at everything, that's a great mindset to have. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Wake up. You can't be the best at everything. And if you're running because you're failing, then you've already failed the test. Because you're not man enough and you're not woman enough to realize that maybe, just maybe, I need to fail. So that the next time I'm faced with a challenge, I know exactly what I need to do. But then there's another one that's coming. There's another challenge waiting on me. And then there's another challenge waiting on me. And then there's another challenge waiting on me. That doesn't mean that you gotta give up. That doesn't mean you gotta quit. You learn from it. You build on it. And then you understand what it means to fail. Learning the things that I've learned in my life, it taught me something. I fail right now. I'm failing every day. Every day I fail at something. Maybe this is the time for me to recognize that I got work to do. Maybe this is the time that I need to recognize that I'm not so good at everything. Failing is what's going to build you up. Failure is what's going to teach you the lessons in life. It's okay. Don't try to keep up with everybody else. Don't try to be like everybody else. Recognize that you, my friend, are unique and you are beautiful. But most importantly, you are an idea and you are a purpose and you matter in this world, but you're gonna have to fail. The failure is good, the quitting isn't. You got to have the grit and the tenacity not to quit. The grit to never quit. But the idea of learning that failure is a part of living. If you want it, if you believe in it, then go get it.